Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I am Anna, and today I've got this little kit from Profusion to play with that I thought was so dang cute. I saw this at Walmart the other day, and it was a wonderful price point, a ton of product, and it just looked very appealing to me. And the colors in it were like, yeah, I could get down with that. So this is called the Artistry on the Go set. It comes in this cute little box, which I wouldn't particularly use the box for travel, but it will make great storage for something because it is very nice quality in a cute little container. So let's dive into this and talk all about it and test it out. All right, if that interests you, just go ahead and keep on watching. But before you do, don't forget to like and subscribe, comment down below, let me know some other products you want to see me play with, especially Profusion. I definitely want to pick up in the Wild colorway of this because it has a beautiful green in it and kind of khaki colors that you know I love. So anywho, let's go ahead and just get into the video. In this little box, you get quite a bit of stuff for, on the Profusion website, it says $16. I'm pretty sure I paid less for this at Walmart. Not 100%, but I think it came in maybe $1 cheaper, if anything. Comes in 4 colorways. I have in the City, which is the cool tone, kind of smoky colorway. And then there's the In the Wild colorway, which I do really want to pick up. It is quite pretty and has a lot of the kind of colors that I'm into in it. You know, those khaki, warm, earthy tones. There's also in the Tropics, which is a bright, colorful, kind of neon colorway. And then we have in the Cosmos, which is more purples and pinks and a little more vibrant than my cup of tea, but it's pretty. Yeah, a lot of light purples and kind of lilac-y shades and some pinks. And each one also contains a matching or corresponding blush palette, blush highlighter bronzer palette, which is really nice. Yeah, and they all look super cute. Like the colors look like they're matched up really well. Great coordination on that. But yeah, the In the Wild one, the blush looks beautiful with it. So you're getting a eye palette and a face palette in here that are really nicely sized. They're kind of reminiscent of the Huda little 9-pan palettes or like the ABH ones that have just come out. Actually, this one reminds me a lot of the new Anastasia Beverly Hills one that is the... It's not Embers, it's the other one that came out for winter. It looks quite similar to that. It's also a little bit similar to, was it Smoky Obsession from Huda way back when? Or perhaps the, was it Wild Obsession maybe? But anyways, this is what it looks like. I'm blanking on the name of the palette that's making me think of. But isn't that pretty? Just really nice, smoky, cool tones. Very, I think this one's kind of the more classic glam palette of the options. And then your face palette contains 6 shades. You have what appears to be 2 highlighters. One looks kind of like a mosaic. It's a very subtle mosaic, but there is a mosaic in there. You get kind of a bronzer-y-ish shade, kind of more of an earthy tone anyways in this one. You have a brighter highlight, and then a peachy blush, a light pinky blush, and then a nice rosy blush, and they're overall fairly light as far as depth goes. But these are the same size. They appear to like they stack really well on first inspection here. I think these would travel really well. We also have got 3 brushes in this set that feel really nice. They're kind of a travel size of the Profusion brushes, of their normal ones. Very, very soft feeling. I love the way the handles feel. Look at like the way they're sculpted, and they have a really nice kind of soft touch feel to them. They feel really good in the hand. These don't feel lightweight. Like they have a nice weight to them. They don't feel super cheap. And you have a little face brush, super soft, really good for getting like right up in there, and perfect size for this palette. It appears to be a functional face brush. And then you have like a little blending brush and more of a bullet kind of pointed crease brush, really get in there and do a little more detail work. Now you don't have an angled brush, that would be the only thing really missing for me. But yeah, I think that's a nice selection of brushes. You also get a face primer, which I thought was a bit of more of an odd choice. I would have put a lip product in here, like a little lip gloss or something. But they put a face primer, which is a more of a silicone type feeling primer. I forgot to use it today, but I used it the other day and it actually feels really nice on the skin. It's kind of a blurring face primer. And then we have a little eye primer, which we'll use today. It's very reminiscent of like an Urban Decay or Milani primer. Busy mornings, early commutes are no match for the Artistry on the go. Our curated sets, including city chic neutrals, wild earthy tones, bright tropical hues, and a variety of options for every mood and occasion. The travel-friendly reusable makeup case is perfect companion for the busy lifestyle. And all our products are vegan, cruelty-free. Our plastic-free, talc-free, paraben-free products offer a smooth application with every swipe, and our value set includes 9-shade eyeshadow palette, a 6-shade face palette, 2 eyeshadow brushes, 1 face brush, 1 eyeshadow primer, and 1 face primer, infused with hyaluronic acid and vitamin E. Our products are free from BHA, phthalates, sulfates, talc, triclosan, I never can say that word, sorry, lead, and are non-comedogenic. They're made from recycled materials. Our value is set to perfect addition. Our value set is a perfect addition to your makeup collection. Unleash your own artistry wherever you go. From subtle everyday looks to bold statement styles, these sets offer a range of options to suit your mood and occasion. I do think maybe not the neon one, but the other 3 definitely can be functional in more than one way. You're going to be able to get a variety of looks from this. I mean, they're going to be primarily cool tone with this particular palette, but you're going to get a nice spectrum of styles you can do. You can go super smoky, you can go super glam, you can go soft. You got some options here. So in the city is the chic neutrals that effortlessly blend into the city life. And everything is safe for all skin types, including sensitive skin. Won't clog pores or cause breakouts. Now I don't know about fragrance or gluten. I don't detect any fragrance, but I can't speak to the gluten sensitivities here. Let's go ahead and get started here. I like the little travel case it comes with. Now this is a really like nice quality, but I don't know if I would want to travel with that. I feel like I would break it if I traveled with it, but this will be great for storage and putting stuff in. Yeah, not mad at that. But for travel, I'm more of just throw in a bag kind of gal. So we'll start with the eye primer. I'm going to go ahead and pop a little bit of that on my lids. And I've already done my complexion. I've used the Maybelline Superstay Luby Matte Foundation, Huda Concealer, Revolution Beauty IRL Powder. And yeah, that's what's on the face so far. So I'm going to squeeze up some of this. It is a little hard to squeeze up. She's kind of thick. But you know, you don't need much of an eye primer. But yeah, she's got kind of a thick stickiness to it. It appears to be fairly sheer. It may have a little bit of canceling quality to it. And I always suggest with, you know, eye primers, less is more. The more you put on, the more product you're building up on the lid. It feels really nice. Feels very lightweight, dries quickly. Yeah, it has like a slight canceling out quality to it. Not a super strong pigment or anything, but it looks like it kind of blurs the skin a little, so that's nice. That's a really nice quality. It's mainly I just kind of want that up in my crease area where I'm going to crease the most likely to crease. And I do like the size of this, and you know, eye primers, they tend to last forever, so this is a decent amount. And yeah, quite happy with that little guy. Very cute. And then we got the little face primer, of course. I'm going to go ahead and just show you what it's like. It's a very like thin liquid, clear liquid. So it's, you know, one of those more silicone type of primers that go a bit blurring on the skin. Now, there might be a soft fragrance coming off of this. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm detecting a fragrance. But my face cream is also fragranced, so I'm not 100% sure. But that has a really nice texture to it, really nice slip. Feels very hydrating on the skin and gives that nice soft kind of blur. Very pretty. Okay, so let's go over to the eyes here. We got the little 9-pan palette and in the city. So we got some really pretty shades in here. We've got a matte cream. We've got a soft kind of fleshy color. Well, skin tone shade for me. A taupey little crease shade. A bit of a more neutral crease shade, a warm chocolate brown, a black, and then we've got this kind of satin, a little bit micro sparkly mauve plum, and then two shimmers here, one a little bit more on the lilac side of things, and one a little bit more true kind of gunmetal. Very pretty. So let's do some swatches. I know you're not going to be able to see the two lightest shades on my skin. Ooh, soft. That's the palest shade, and the second to palest. Yeah, I mean, you're not really going to be able to see those on my skin, but I can see them, so that's something. And then we get this kind of rosy shade. I'm just going to go through in order. Really, that's a good crease color there. The shimmers feel very creamy, very smooth. Ooh, that is pretty. That's the more lilac-y one. It has a bit of a dusty, almost warm in it. It reminds me of Gris Rose from the Rouge Noir collection from Chanel. Wow, that's kind of what they look like. If you put Gris Rose and Rose Bruin together, it's a nice combo of the two. Wow, that's very pretty and very nuanced. I like how it's a kind of pink undertone with a bluey shift in there. That is gorgeous. Yeah, that does remind me of those. All right, and then we got the gunmetal color. It's got a bit of a taupe, more of a taupe undertone in it. Really pretty. Those are really like wet looking and sheeny. Those are really very, very pretty texture to them and more complex in swatch than what they look like in the pan. All right, and then here's our kind of mauve color. Oh, she's pretty. That's very pretty. Then, of course, our chocolate. And then we will swatch our black. Really nice chocolate brown. And then very deep matte black. Very true matte black. Nice. That looks like some really good pigmentation. Everything feels creamy and smooth texture. They feel good. All right, let's take this little fluffy brush and we'll start with the soft shade right here. This kind of soft rosy taupe. We'll call it that. And I'm going to bring that and tap it off and then bring through the socket here. We're going to use the kind of blending shape brush. It's a little dense, but I think it will do the job. Feels wonderful on the skin. That is such a soft brush. Ooh, I like that. I really like the way it feels. It's blending beautifully. It's just a nice little kind of contouring crease transition shade there. Yeah, the Wild palette. That's what it reminds me of. A little bit, yeah. You know, not too terribly far off here from the Huda Wild palette. You can see the inspiration. We got the matte black, we got the chocolate brown, we got this kind of mauve shade. The textures are different, a little bit, like we don't have this gold or this shade, but we've got something kind of like this one. They're different, but similar. I can see the inspiration, but I wouldn't call them dupes. I'm taking the mid-tone, or the second to lightest shade, just come around the edge. This one. And we'll take the lightest matte in here, just around the brow. Give a little lift-a-roo. Now, let's take a little bit of the chocolate brown just on the outer corner. I'm going to use this little pointy brush for that, and I'm going to start just on the tip of it. Really tap that off, and we'll just tuck that right in there. There actually may have been some more inspiration from that collection from Huda in this collection. Now, I wouldn't really call Profusion a dupe brand, but occasionally they'll put out something that will remind me of something else. But they're not really like, they're not like has been lately. What's the one I'm thinking of? They're not like Makeup Revolution or Revolution Beauty, where they're just like all about the dupes. They're not quite that notorious. Or the Alter Ego. That's the other one I was trying to think of. They just does straight up dupes. That's no fun to me when they're just straight up dupes. Like, I like the hunt. I like the chase of finding the dupes and finding products that's similar. I don't want it to be told. I want it discovered organically. It's just very fun. Alright, I'm just gonna diffuse that. I like this little brush. This is a very nice little brush. Well, I think I'm going to have to pick up some Profusion brushes now, because these are really good. And my Walmart in town, one of the Walmarts, has a really wonderful Profusion display. It's just all behind a locked counter or a locked glass, which is super annoying. And there's usually not an employee over there, and I don't like to bother employees either. Like, they got enough going on other than getting me makeup. They're trying to stock and do whatever and help other customers. They don't need me going, hey, can you hand me that? But I might make an exception. This was actually not locked up. It was just on a display. Okay, that is blending like a little dream. Very nice. Very, very nice. I'm going to go into that mauve shade next door. I think that one would be really pretty in there too. I'm going to layer some of that on. This one right here. These do have a little bit of kick up, so I definitely knock that brush off. Oh, that's pretty over top. This would have been pretty by itself. I should have just done this one, but whatever. That is really pretty. And I can see this being really, really nice for travel. I've always found the 9-pan, ink or 9-pan palette to be great for travel, like the Huda ones or the ABH sized ones. Yeah, or like the more elf bite size. I really enjoy those too. But I'm kind of working on a travel makeup video, and each time I've gone on a trip, I've brought a few different-ish things and kind of been testing and playing with that. So I'm going to have a video a little more in depth about travel makeup coming up, but that's nice. Those look really nice. I'm going to go back to my blending brush, the first brush, and come around the edge, soften that up, take a little bit more of my transition color here, just to make sure that is doing the job. All right, now I want to go with this middle shimmer shade here, the one with a little bit more coolness in it, and I'm going to take it on my finger because that always works for shades like this. Oh, that's so pretty. It's like if you took the two, oh goodness, what are they called? The individual shades from the Chanel Rouge Noir collection and married them together. That one's given Gris Rose vibes. Ombre Essentiel, that's what they're called. It's one of my 5 words in French I know. Names of Chanel products that I don't even have. Ooh, that is so pretty. So if you were curious about those little Ombre Essentials, I think this palette might kind of dupe the vibe. And I think I had this when I was filming that. I just hadn't opened it. It was sitting next to me over here because I was saving it for today. Yeah, that is so pretty. I love that. Heck yeah. Now, since we don't have a liner brush in here, which I would prefer a liner brush in here, or not prefer, but to be, would like a liner brush within. I'm actually going to pull a travel liner brush that I have. And I'm going to take some of that chocolate brown and press some of that into the lash line. I'm sort of leaning over in the mirror, so just pulling the mirror to me. That is really pretty. And if you have that wild palette from Huda, I don't think you're gonna be like having overlap in your collection. This is a different experience. Ooh, I did not knock my angled brush off well enough. Whoops. Whoopsie. Just gonna dust that away. Okay, that looks really nice. Lower lash line, I'm going to take the little pointy guy and bring some of that mauve-y shade, that deeper mauve, along here, just on the tip of it. Now it has like some micro sparkle in it, but it really, I would just say it functions as a matte. I'm just doing a real light, just for some definition under there. That is really pretty. So, okay. The eyeshadow palette, if this just was sold by itself for like $8, $10, I would be like, go ahead and get this. It's really nice. Like, it's worth buying for the palette right here. It's a great little palette. Love it. Love those colors in it. Now let's move on to the little face palette. This is so cute. It's so cute. I think this is a great size for travel, and that they gave you a brush that fits in there so perfectly into the squares. Like, yes. And this brush is going to be really nice for any travel scenario for me. Let me go ahead and swatch these. I don't think they'll swatch like super strong on my arm, but we'll swatch them. I'm going to start with the earthy, kind of almost a bronzer shade. It's not really a bronzer though. More just an earthy blush. Ooh. She is pretty. It appears to be matte. Then next we got the super soft pale pink. Very cool tone. Then we got a warmer rosy blush. Also, it appears to be matte, and there's a teensy sheen in this one that it might as well just be matte. That's a pretty color. Very pretty color. And then we have the warmer earthy peach shade, and it has some sheen in it. It's a little bit luminoso-esque. It has a nice glow. Those are really pretty shades. All right, and then we have the more mosaic looking highlighter here. Very soft, very ethereal looking. Slight sheen. Like almost like ambient lighting powder. That's what that looks like. Just a very subtle glow. Yeah, ooh, that's pretty. That is very hourglass ambient lighting powder. And then we have the true highlighter shade, which has a really, really satisfying creamy texture. Not a cream, but creamy texture. And oh, look at her. That is so pearly and shiny. So light hand probably with that one, but gorgeous. Just gorgeous. This is a wonderful value. Okay, great quality here so far. Let's go with let's do a combo of the rosy one. No, let's just use, this is a hard decision. We'll just go a little bit of this lightest kind of pinky one, since that's kind of, I don't know which blush I want to use. Let's try a little bit of this earthy one, kind of on the back side of the cheeks, if you will. A little bit in a kind of contour placement. Let's see what it looks like. or bronzer replacement. It's got bronzer vibes. Yeah, that's nice. It's one of those that can add a little sculpt. I'm tapping it off. Oh, this brush feels heavenly. I know it's tiny, but it feels so good and it is getting the job done. It feels wonderful on the face. It is so soft and really nice kind of density. This is giving kind of a bit of a bronzer vibe, or bronzer vibe. Very bare minerals, just not shimmery. Pretty. That's actually really pretty. Let's take a little bit of that to cool this one right here. We'll put that on a little bit towards the apples. Right here. Oh yeah, that's very brightening. Pretty. And there you can kind of see a slight sheen in that one on the cheek. Vaguely. These are buildable too. Look at that. Buildable and layerable. Very nice. You know, I don't think I've met a Profusion product that I just really dislike. But yeah, no, I have. Never mind. For the most part, I have loved everything Profusion does. There was like, what, two things that were called, I think it was just from the fall collection. I didn't love the blushes last year, but these are wonderful. And very buildable and just, yeah, great. Great little powder blushes. I really love Profusion. I think they are such a wonderful, so affordable brand. But they make such high quality, fun makeup. And it's makeup you don't feel guilty about getting like some crazier colors in or something a little outside the box because it's so affordable. And you're also going to get quality. It's not disappointing either. So you don't feel like you're throwing your money away. I think it's a very, very balanced brand. All right, let's try a little bit of this one that looks a bit like an hourglass powder on the skin. I'm just going to clean this little face brush off. Oh, that gives a most ethereal look. Yeah, that one gives that creamy finish on the skin. You could treat it like a little bit of a finishing step. Just to, like, if you're looking a little too like powdery or something. That looks gorgeous on the skin. It gives a natural radiance. Now, just for funsies, let's do a touch of the highlighter. I'm going to take kind of the side of the brush. Just pick up a little bit. She is what appears to be pretty pigmented. Pretty strong. Well, actually not that bad. It's going in a little harder. Yeah, that's pretty. One's got very much like a cream feel to it. It's not shimmery, or it's not glittery either. It's just a little bit stronger, but it's actually going on the skin with a brush really nicely. Not looking too much. Pretty, very pretty. I'm gonna take a little bit of that actually on the inner corner of the eye. It's a highlighter here. Heck yeah, it's gorgeous. What a useful shade. And okay, yeah, I don't know if you can see the mosaic on that one, but I can kind of see a little more now that I'd used the brush over it. But it's got kind of a mingle of a little bit of a bluey shade, a little bit of a brown, very, very subtle, but it's a, what am I thinking of? Maybe like the pressed Libre powder? A little bit like that. That's kind of what it looks like. Prism Libre, I think is what I'm thinking of. Very nice. That's great. So overall, I'm going to go ahead and throw on some mascara. and I'll let you know my thoughts. Okay, and here is our look all complete with a little mascara and touched up the lip. I think it is really nice. This is a very pretty soft kind of daytime eye look. I didn't want to go too crazy today. I just want to do something pretty. But you can definitely glam it up with this little palette. Look, if this was sold individually, I would be like, yeah, pick it up. It's nice. The fact that you're getting the face palette, which is really beautiful quality as well, and the travel brushes, eye primer, and face primer, the little box, it's a great deal for $16. It really is. The quality here is exceptional. These brushes, very nice. Like, I definitely want to get the full-size Profusion brushes because I love the way these feel in the hand. I like the shape of them. I like they got this kind of ergonomic shape going on, and just they feel very good. The brush quality is so dreamy. It's dreamy feeling. So these are great. And yeah, I think the palettes are just beautiful. And the color stories that they have, especially the in the wild one, I'm probably gonna get that. I'm into it. As impressed as I am with this one. This was great. The shimmers in here, the two shimmers are beautiful. The mattes are perfect for me. This is very, very cool tone, pale girl friendly type of palette. I think this is great if you are going out of town for an evening event because you have some really nice shimmers in here and the matte black that you can amp a look up and get something very glam from it. And you also have some really pretty kind of day-to-day shades as well. This is a very versatile palette. A 10 out of 10 on that. Quality, great. And face palette is really, really pretty. I love the selection of blushes in here. They're really beautiful on the skin. They feel really nice. They're very smooth to the touch. I like the two different kind of highlighty type shades in here that you have this really soft, delicate, very Prism Libre type of feel with this one. And then this really a bit more of a stronger, kind of creamy feeling highlighter. Really pretty, almost like a putty texture to it. Really nice and really versatile and fun. You can get a lot of looks here. This is a wonderful set. Great value here. A 10 out of 10. So yeah, and Profusion, it did it again. Okay, so let me know your thoughts down below on this little collection. Do you want to see a video with the In the Wild one? If there's other Profusion products you want to see tested out, let me know that down below, because this brand, they keep me interested. They're always putting something really pretty out and very unexpected quality. Like, it's usually superior quality for the price. Like, especially their eyeshadows. I think they do wonderful on eyeshadows. Let me know down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe. May the peace of the Lord be with you always. Bye now.